Your herald summons you. Another world awaits. Let it be done quickly.
What?
Happy here. Happy Hogan here.
I know. What do you want?
Over at Mr. Stark's going through his belongings. Apparently there was a surfboard that you left behind. People
What?
over there said they didn't think that Nick Fury was a surfer. The guy said appearances can be deceiving.
Not mine. Don't ever call this number again.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. We have news about the Marvel Silver Surfer movie that they're working on. Obviously, we have that Easter egg during Spider-Man Far From Home, so we'll break it all down. We're doing the giveaway for Spider-Man Far From Home on Blu-ray. All you have to do to enter that is be a subscriber and leave your best Silver Surfer theory on the video. The reason why they included that in Spider-Man Far From Home is the same reason why they included that Fantastic Four Easter egg at the end on the billboard sign and then the one in Nick Fury's sword space station in the post-credit scene. Because when they were making Spider-Man Far From Home, the Disney-Fox deal had not cleared yet, so they could have been sued out of existence. So that's why you don't see Fantastic Four characters walking around in Spider-Man Far From Home or the Silver Surfer show up at the end of Avengers Endgame. They just didn't get the rights to the character fast enough to do the CG that would have been required for something like that. Recently, we all saw Kevin Feige announce the Fantastic Four movie reboot plans during the Marvel Phase 4 Comic-Con panel. Right now, the rumor is that movie could happen as soon as 2022, and there's news of a Silver Surfer movie after that. We've been hearing rumors about a Silver Surfer movie all year long. People even thought that he might show up at the end of Avengers Endgame for a little while. I've already done a couple videos on the Fantastic Four teasers that we've gotten so far, so this video is just going to be about the Silver Surfer movie. Earlier this year, director Adam McKay said that he intended to meet with Kevin Feige to talk about doing an actual Silver Surfer movie. At the same event, Kevin Feige also talked about Silver Surfer and future stuff that was coming.
Were I not on this carpet talking to you right now, I'd be in the cutting room and on the mix stage, where the rest of the team is right this second.
I know you spoke recently about obviously the coming merger, and it's a little premature to get too deep into things. I don't know if you heard, I spoke to McKay the other day. Adam McKay said, Silver Surfer movie, I might need to give Feige a call. Have you gotten the call?
I've not gotten a call yet, but I've seen Adam tonight and at a number of these awards, and he is not only, as everybody knows, an incredibly smart guy, he's an honest-to-goodness fan.
Yeah.
And he did a lot of sort of behind-the-scenes help with us on the first Ant-Man film. And have you seen Vice? Little cameo, little Galactus cameo in there that we helped him get. So I look forward to speaking with him more.
Is there a Fox property you're just excited to potentially get your hands on in particular?
The truth is, I'm excited for all of them. I'm excited, and it's not just the marquee names. There are hundreds of names on those documents, on those agreements, and the fact that Marvel is as close as we may ever get now to having access to all of the characters is something I've been dreaming about for my almost 20 years at Marvel, and it's very exciting.
Kevin Feige, he just sung your praises a moment ago. He sounds like he really wants to make this work. I assume there's been no movement. You haven't called him since our talk about Silver Surfer?
There actually has been some discussion about Silver Surfer. My agents certainly woke up.
Okay.
They were excited. We're in the middle of, backing Vice right now, but who knows? In a couple months, it could pop up. I really am excited by that idea, so we'll see what happens.
Most of you are probably familiar with Adam McKay from all of his work with Will Ferrell and all the movies and Saturday Night Live stuff that they did together, but for the past several years, Marvel has been using him as a script doctor on their movies going all the way back to the first Ant-Man movie. They bring him in to punch up scripts when they're shooting movies. He's an amazing writer, and he's actually a pretty good director in his own right too, and he's a lifelong Silver Surfer stan. A Silver Surfer movie would be the perfect opportunity for him to do his first big MCU movie himself, instead of just being a lowly, uncredited script doctor. Side note, he's also behind the Succession TV show that's on HBO right now, starring Brian Cox, who was himself a big X-Men character for a long time. But right now, aside from the Silver Surfer, Fantastic Four Easter eggs in the Marvel Phase 3 movies, Marvel has not backed itself into a corner with an Odin's Vault Infinity Gauntlet situation that they'll be forced to pay off, so they can bring in actual Silver Surfer any way that they want with any kind of story. Typically that's been through Fantastic Four stories because Silver Surfer's first appearance in the comics was during a Fantastic Four storyline called, wait for it, the Galactus Trilogy. Stan Lee tells this great story about how they wanted to do Galactus, so they had the idea for that character first, inside the Fantastic Four comics. The way Stan Lee tells it, Jack Kirby showed up one day with a bunch of artwork and this weird dude walking around with a silver surfboard. So Jack Kirby explained the concept to him, saying that, well, if Galactus is this huge character, literally huge, then he would probably have minions going around the universe helping him. So that's where the Silver Surfer came from. He was on the Fantastic Four team for a little while, but then they turned the character into this observer of humanity and used him to comment on the human condition. This is a clip of Stan Lee talking about the philosophy of the Silver Surfer character, and it gives you a good template for how the character is going to be used when he's working with all the Avengers characters in Marvel Phase 5 and beyond.
He would drain all the energy out of a planet to keep himself alive. He was huge, and he had this huge spaceship, and he didn't want to harm anybody, but he had to live. And instead of just a guy flying around finding planets, I made him a philosophical observer of the world and the universe. And I had him talk in semi-Shakespearean and biblical language, and he became my mouthpiece for how I feel about a lot of things. I told Jack I want to use this character a lot. And he came to Earth, and he would say things like, and I don't remember the exact words, I'll just paraphrase it, but he would talk about the fact that we live in the greatest planet we could ever want. It has everything. It has clean, fresh air. It has sunlight, moonlight. It has all the water we could need. Most of the planet is water. It has beautiful growing things, all the food we could want, room for everybody. Why do we fight each other? Why do we hate each other? Why is there, what's the matter with us? Are we insane?
It's always fun to listen to Stan Lee talk about the origins of some of these characters, because when Kevin Feige talks about them, he talks about them in the exact same way. When they introduce really big comic book characters like this, they try to be as true to the origins of the character as possible, what they were originally intended to be used for. But just on a practical level, a Silver Surfer spin-off movie would obviously spin probably out of a Fantastic Four movie and would just deal with his origins, Norrin Radd, where he came from, how he came to be Galactus' herald. Once you show all that history, you show him then in present day working with the other current Avengers roster, whatever that new roster is going to be. I haven't done a whole lot of Avengers 5 videos yet because a lot of the new Avengers team members will be the new characters that show up during Marvel Phase 4. Probably the biggest surprise is Kit Harington's Black Knight being on a future Avengers team. That's something that I would never guessed. Kit Harington, 1, being in an Avengers movie, and 2, even bigger surprise, the Black Knight being in an Avengers movie. If you've never seen it, really the only other big cinematic appearance of the Silver Surfer was in Fantastic Four 2 when Chris Evans was still playing the character. It's not a good movie, but Lawrence Fishburne does the voice for the character. Lawrence Fishburne now in the MCU is playing Goliath, so hopefully when they bring Silver Surfer in, they'll have some sort of Lawrence Fishburne Easter egg in the background if they're able to include that character. Sometimes that doesn't always happen. He wasn't anywhere to be found during Avengers Endgame. That was a bit of a surprise too, but they also didn't include a whole lot of Hank Pym, Janet Van Dyne till the very, very end. If they really are able to get their Fantastic Four movie out by 2022, I would say Silver Surfer movie would probably be the year or two after that. Let me know in the comments, though, who is your fan cast for the new Silver Surfer in the MCU? Could be anybody from their late 20s to early 40s. I imagine it probably wouldn't be a whole lot older than that, but if they find a fantastic actor, like if Keanu Reeves actually wants to be the Silver Surfer, Kevin Feige would probably bend time and space to make that happen. That's how the Blade movie wound up getting greenlit, because Marvel had no intentions of doing a Blade movie before Mahershala Ali walked in the door. Since it's still really early days, I'm not expecting to get a whole lot of news about Fantastic Four or Silver Surfer movies till at least next year sometime. Next year's Comic-Con panel is when you'll really start hearing about that stuff. But Kevin Feige did say that they would start teasing all the really big stuff, X-Men, Fantastic Four, the next big threat after Thanos, which is probably going to wind up being Galactus, during all the Marvel Phase 4 projects. So that's why it's important to watch the TV shows as well as the movies when they drop. There will be a Black Widow trailer coming late November, early December. That's just when Marvel usually drops its spring trailer. They did the same thing for Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame in the last 2 years. So when we get new footage or if we hear any big news, I will totally do a video for it, but leave all your requests in the comments below. Congratulations, Ryan Helton. You're the giveaway winner from my last big Marvel video. Please email me on the About page of my channel so I can get your details. Everybody click here for my new Spider-Man Far From Home post-credit scene, Venom teaser, Marvel Phase 4 teaser breakdown and Easter eggs, and click here for my video about Quicksilver coming back during Doctor Strange 2. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.